Seattle's housing market is sending mixed signals again. And what's happening under the surface might actually surprise you. Now, inventory is climbing fast and sales are softening in some areas, but the prices, they are holding stronger than most people expected. Now, is this kind of a new buyer's market, or are sellers still in control? Now, you stay with me because I have some eye-opening insights, and I'll also call out what to do if you are a seller or buyer in this market in the Seattle and Eastside areas, as well as the three counties, King, Snohomish, and Pierce. Ready? Let's dive in. Hey, Ravi Ramachandran with the Rams Group here. I help home sellers, buyers, and investors in the Seattle and Eastside markets stay informed and make great real estate decisions. Now, every month, I go beyond the headlines and show you what's really happening in the local market and kind of tie it to what's happening nationally so that you get the end-to-end perspective. So let's start first with what is going on in the country as a whole, and then we'll zero in. First, the national stats. The market is shifting overall, but it's not collapsing. The mortgage rates remain between 6.5 and 7%, keeping affordability sort of tight, and this is leaving some buyers on the fence. And with the most recent robust jobs report, the Fed may not lower interest rates in July. Let's see. We are seeing inventory rise in many parts of the country, and according to Realtor.com, active listings are up about 30% from a year ago. But here is the catch. Home prices are remaining stable. In many markets, including Seattle, we are still seeing moderate year-over-year price appreciation. So nationally, this is a market that's kind of balancing, not crashing. Okay, with that national picture aside, let's drill down into what's happening in the local market, shall we? First, King County. Here, inventory surged nearly 54% compared to June of last year, 2024. But prices, they're still strong. The median sales price for residential homes is now at $1,048,000, which is up about 7.5% year over year. Now, the average sales price sits just over $1.32 million, which is also up about 5.6%. Days on market did climb. Now homes are sitting on an average of about 18 days compared to the 14 days last year. Now, pending sales or homes that went under contract just rose over 10%. And sellers are still getting close to asking on average, which is at about 100.5% of the list price. Now, condos, on the other hand, tell a more nuanced story. Now, median condo prices rose by about 6.4%, and inventory jumped about 39%, and the days on market to about 35 days. And sellers are receiving slightly under asking, averaging about 98.5% of ask. So, what does this mean? In King County, buyers have more leverage, but it's not a free pass. Sellers can still win, but only with sharp pricing and great presentation of their homes. Next, let's move a little bit north to Snohomish County. And this market is balancing quickly, and inventory here is up 43.5% year over year. Now, the median home's price dipped slightly to about $800,000, which is down about 1.2% from June of last year, 2024. However, the average price ticked up by about 1.8% to just over $912,000. Now, homes in Snohomish County are sitting longer, 19 days on average, which is up nearly 27%. Sellers are still getting close to asking, but the sale to list ratio dropped from 101.4% to about 100.3%. Now, here's the bottom line. This is a classic shift. Sellers need to be competitive, and buyers, you finally have some breathing room. But well-priced homes are still moving fast, something for you to be cognizant of. After looking at King and Snohomish, let's move down to Pierce County. Now here, we are seeing slower but steady movement. Now inventory is up 23%, and homes are now taking an average of about 25 days to sell, which is up from 22 last year. Now the median home price rose to about $585,000, which is up about 2.9% year over year, and average prices are up even more to about $674,996, which is a 6.7% jump. Now, pending sales are up 23%, while closed sales dipped above 5% year over year. Now, sellers are still getting roughly about 100.2% of their asking price. And as it is the case, Pierce County continues to be the most affordable market in all of the three counties, King, Snohomish, and Pierce. Now, this makes it super attractive for move-up buyers and first-time home buyers even. So where does all the stats that is happening nationally as well as in the local markets leave us? Now, this is a market in transition. It's not 2021 and it's not 2008 either. We are seeing more listings, more days on market, and more price sensitivity. But at the same time, home values are still holding or even rising in a few zip codes in the area. If you are a seller, you need to be dialed in totally. Now, the homes that are selling quickly have one thing in common. They're priced right to begin with and show great. Now, if you overreach on price, buyers will just pass your home up, or worse, they will wait you out. If you are a buyer, on the other hand, this is your window of opportunity. Now you have options, you can negotiate, and you can finally slow down and make the right decision. And also remember this, when rates drop, eventually they will, competition comes back in droves. So you may have to act pronto if you decide to buy. Now, I personally have been talking to sellers and buyers across the region who want to know what's happening in their specific zip code, not just countrywide or countywide stats. And this is because every micro market is different, as we know. So if you are curious about what's happening near you, or you're thinking about making a move this summer, feel free to get in touch. My contact information is in the description below, DM or call, or even book into my calendar to chat. I'd love to help you make the most informed move possible. That's it. I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next month's update. Take care.